wrote it back in '98. They said they needed a new Pearl Harbor to make this project great. Wolfowitz and Cheney and Rumsfeld signed the page, and also the president's dad. And one past drop a year later, they walked onto the stage, and Building 7 fell at 5, and no plane had touched its frame. Salomon Brothers, CIA, SEC, all in the same building. Same tower that came down in seconds into its own floor plate. Controlled demolition patterns, according to every man who spent 30 years with charges, who looked at it and said, I've done this 100 times, brother. That's how buildings fall dead. Who shorted the airlines 2 days before the planes. Somebody knew the flight path, somebody knew the names. And I'm losing my mind slowly, watching everyone agree that the one thing that can't happen is the one thing that I see. And I've been up since 4 reading the NIST report and the FEMA report and the 9/11 Commission report. And Philip Zelikow wrote the outline before the hearings even started, and he was on the transition team, and Richard Clark was screaming into the void, and John O'Neill quit the FBI and took a job at the World Trade Center and died on his second day. And that's not a conspiracy, that's just a fact. And Barry Jennings soared explosions before either tower fell, and he's dead now. And Kenneth Feinberg ran the Victims Fund and made them sign away their rights to sue, and the family sued anyway, and the Saudis settled, and the 28 pages were classified for 15 years. And Prince Bandar had hijackers, handlers, in his wife's charity account. And Abel Danger identified the cell a year before, and the Pentagon destroyed the data, and Sybil Edmonds heard the intercepts and got the broadest gag order in FBI history. And Thomas Drake, Mark Klein, and the Room 641A NSA split with AKT, and the anthrax came from Fort Detrick and pointed to Iraq, and nobody was ever charged. And David Kelly died in the woods, and Lord Hutton sealed the files for 70 years in Kroll's oaths against ran WTC security, and Jules Kroll had contracts in the CIA, and the thermite paper in the dust, and Stephen Jones lost his tenure, and Niels Harrop revealed it, and Popular Mechanics was edited by Hearst, and Michael Chertoff's cousin with the hit piece, and Chertoff ran DHS, and Giuliani destroyed the steel before it could be tested, and had his emergency command center in Building 7 after the 93 bombing proved that the towers were a target, and he moved it there anyways, and the put options were never traced because the SEC destroyed the records into the investigation. They said the investigation said it was innocuous, but without naming who did it, and I'm not crazy, and I'm not alone. I read everything, I remember everything. I was younger then, and I thought the institutions held, and I'm older now, and I'm still here, and the groove is still running, the beat doesn't stop, and the building came down, and I watched it live, and it looked like every other goddamn demolition I'd ever seen, and so did you, and so did you, and so did you, and so did you, and so did you.